Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jade. Today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this Minnie Mouse balloon decor. So it's really simple, really effective. All the guests love them and they are a big hit at the parties. So do stick around to see that. If you are into balloons, then do hit that subscribe button, as I'm going to be making many more balloon videos. I'm going to start by doing some character columns, so like Mickey Mouse and Spider-Man, maybe some animal heads. I'm going to be showing you how to make an organic balloon arch, an organic balloon column. I'm going to be showing you how to make a balloon wall. So literally so many balloon videos coming your way. I've already done a spiral arch and a spiral column if you want to head over to my channel and check that out. I also do kind of lifestyle videos, so beauty, fashion, self-development, all types of videos. So if you're interested in that, then I would love to have you stick around. Do hit that subscribe button. This video I'm going to be showing you how to do this step by step. So we're going to start by making all the clusters and put it all together. Add on Minnie's head, and then I'm going to show you how to make these little balloon flowers. So I'm going to jump right in, as it may be a bit of a long one. So I'll start by showing you what you need. I use my electric balloon pump, however you can use a handheld pump if you want, as you're not going to be blowing up that much balloons. You'll then need your 9-inch balloon sizer. You'll need your Minnie Mouse head, which is just a normal foil head that you can get from any balloon store. You'll then need 4 latex polka dot balloons. You'll need 8 pink latex balloons, and you'll need 12 black latex balloons. Now all of these are 10 inches. However, if you wanted to use 9, you probably could, and also if you wanted to use 11, then you could just not inflate them as much. Moving on to your modelling balloons, you're going to need a black one for Minnie's arms. Then we're going to be making 2 flowers, so I've chosen green and yellow and green and pink. These are just normal Qualitex modelling balloons. They're 260 in size, because you get a 160, a 360 and a 260, so these are 260s. You'll then need a weight for your Minnie, so I just fill one of my latex balloons with water and I use that. I attach it to the ribbon and use that. However, if you want to buy one of the kind of foil weights or something, you can do. They're only about £1. You need a handheld pump to blow up your modelling balloons, and then you'll need your ribbon to just tie it all in together. So we're going to start off by blowing up all our quads. That way we've got them all ready and we can just tie them in all together to form the Minnie Mouse's body. I'm going to just talk you through it as I go along, as if I tell you now it's going to be a bit hard to remember, so I'll just talk you through the ones as I make them. So I'm going to start off by making a set of quads with the pink balloons. These are 10 inches like I said, but I'm going to inflate them to 9 inches. What I'll do is I'll inflate them first, and then I'm going to use my balloon sizer to make sure that they are 9 inches. So how you make a quad is we're going to use 2 sets of balloons. We're going to blow up these 2, tie them in together, blow up these 2, tie them in together. Then we're going to use the 2 inflated sets and tie them in to make a quad. That's just a simple knot that I've made between both of them. Now that I have both sets of balloons, I'm going to tie them in together. So now these will be Minnie's feet at the bottom of our column. So the pink ones were Minnie's feet. We're now going to do her legs. So we'll be using 8 black balloons altogether, because we're going to be making 2 sets of 4. And these ones we're just going to judge the size of what we're going to blow them up to. But I'd probably say, you know, you can kind of, they're going to be fairly small. They'll be about this big. Obviously we have different size hands, but it's just for you to judge. Like, you don't want them too big because it's going to be her legs, so you want to kind of see the balloons go bigger and then thinner for her legs, and then it's going to come back out again for her dress. So let me blow them up and I'll show you. Now we're going to make these into a quad, and I'll show you the size in comparison to the 9-inch pink one, so you kind of know how much to inflate them up to. So these will be the feet, and then these are going to sit on top as the legs. So as you can see, they are quite a bit smaller. We're going to go ahead and make a second set of quads exactly the same size. So now we have 2 sets of 4 quads the same size. Don't worry if they're not the exact same size. Nobody's going to go and kind of measure it. As long as they kind of seem like the same size, then you should be fine. And these will serve as Minnie's legs. We're then going to take our polka dot balloons and we're going to inflate the 4 of them to 9 inches, just like the set of plain pink ones. And we're going to create a quad with them. So now this will be Minnie's dress. So for our last set of 2 quads, we'll be using 4 pinks, 4 blacks, and we're going to be making them just slightly smaller than we made the last black. So not too much smaller, but a little bit smaller. Once I've blown them up, I'll show you the comparison so you know the size again. So this is our first set of black ones, and then these are the size of the pink ones. So again, like you can see, they are really similar in size. The pink ones are just the tiniest bit smaller. So that's all our quads done. I'm now going to blow up the Minnie Mouse balloon head. So if you want to, you can use helium. However, because I'm going to attach this all to a column, I don't see the point in wasting helium. So I'm going to just open it up and blow it up with air, because we're going to be tying it into the column, so there's no way it can kind of fall back or forward. We'll be securing it. Now you want to be careful when you're blowing this up, because if you infill it too much with air, then it will pop. The sides do have a tendency to rip if you do try and push in too much air. So when you see it becoming nice and plump, just kind of stop. As long as it doesn't look too wrinkly, then you've got enough air, and that's fine to stop there. I do stop between blowing up just to give the air some time to spread out between the balloon. So we're just going to place Minnie's head to the side, and we'll use that once we've put it all together. So we then need to get our ribbon, and we're going to connect our balloon weight to the ribbon. We're not going to cut the ribbon off at any point. We're just going to leave it and keep romming it off as we need it, and then once we know we have enough ribbon, that's when we'll cut the tie. So I just attached the ribbon by literally putting it around the knotted bit of the balloon, and then just tying a knot. You can tie it once, twice, 3 times over if you like. Now that's all done, we can start putting together the body. So we're going to start by getting the 4 pink balloon quads, and we're going to attach the balloon weight underneath the quads and tie it in with the ribbon. So this ribbon we use to lock in all the balloons by tying them just between each balloon, kind of however you want. There's no kind of pattern to it or anything like that. You're just kind of securing the balloons in with the ribbons to each other. So I'm going to put the balloon weight to the bottom of the balloons, and then I'm going to take the ribbon back through. Make sure I pull it through nicely so it's sitting nice and tight there. And then I'm just going to take the ribbon and secure the balloon weight in by tying it all around between the balloons in no particular order. Next up, we're going to get our 2 sets of black quads, which we're going to be for the legs. So I'm going to take the first set of quads, and I'm going to slot it between the pink ones. So I'm not going to put it on top in the same pattern. I'm going to slot it in the groove so that it sits in there nicely, and that gives me the chance to wrap the tie around the balloons to keep it in there nice and tight, because you don't want any gaps between your balloons, so you need to make sure that you keep it tight. Now they should be able to lift together with the weight, and if I show you closely, you can't see any gaps between them because they're sitting nicely between each other. I'm then going to take my second set of 4 black quads, and I'm going to put it on top of that black set, again between it, not sitting directly on top. We're going to do it to an angle. So now again, they can all lift together. So that gives us Minnie's feet and Minnie's legs. We're then going to get our polka dot balloons, as this will be Minnie's dress. And I'm going to sit them on top of the black ones, again slotting in nicely. So that gives us Minnie's dress. So we've got her feet, her legs, her dress. So we're now going to move on to extending her dress a little bit more by using our set of 4 smaller plain pink quads. I'm going to take it off the table so you can see better. So I'm going to slot these right into the pink ones, and this is just going to be like a second part to her body. Now we're going to get our last set of quads, which is the black ones, and these are going to be what her head attaches to, so I guess you could say it's a bit like her neck. So I'm going to pop these on top of the pink ones, and then we're going to attach her head on top of that after. Now it's time to grab her head and attach that. So now that I've locked it all in together, I'm going to just still leave a bit of string, so it's from the balloons up to my hand here, and I'm going to cut it there just in case. And then I'm going to get the ribbon, And then I'm going to get the ribbon and I'm going to attach it to Minnie's head, because we're going to tie Minnie's head into the balloons. That way it stays tighter. So we're now going to attach the head by locking the ribbon into the balloons, just as we was doing with the other balloons, except this time we're using the foil head. So I'll sit it in the middle. Oh, you've also got to make sure that your head is facing the same way that you want your feet. So if I keep my head like this, you can see I've got her 2 feet there, and then I'm going to keep her head in line like that. So she hasn't got like her head facing one way and her feet facing the other. It all kind of goes in line. So I'm going to keep her head like that, and then I'm going to tie it in. Once you're happy with how your head is locked in, that it's locked in nice and steady, then you can cut the extra bits of ribbon off. If you are feeling that the head is unsecure in any way, then don't be afraid to either get a bit of double-sided tape or sellotape and kind of just stick it on. So what you can do is, if you've got your 2 balloons here, this is your head, this is your other balloon, you can just place a bit of sticky tape on your balloon here and press your head into the balloon so it stays in place, but tying it in should be fine. Now we've got our head and our body all together, we're going to make Minnie's arms. So we're going to inflate the balloon. I've just left a little bit at the top so that I can tie the flowers in later. And I'm going to go ahead and put this behind Minnie and just push it underneath this first set of black 4 balloons. So I've literally just slotted it in the back, as you can see, so it's now coming out through the middle of the set of quads. Now, if you wanted, and you wanted to keep things really basic, you could literally just leave Minnie like this. What you can do is you can just bend these arms a little bit to give it a little bit of shape and leave it like that. However, if you want to add on the balloons, what I'm going to do now is show you how to make the balloon flowers, and we're going to just join it up so it looks like Minnie's arms are holding the flowers like that. So I'll try my best to show you how to make a balloon flower, and I'll try and go slowly so you can catch on to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to inflate it all the way, but then I'm going to deflate it, as we don't want too long a stem, but we do want the tip of the balloon to be inflated. I'll show you now. So I've gone all the way up to the tip, and then I'm going to hold, maybe we can do it about, not too long, so let's call it about 45 centimetres. I'm going to hold the balloon at 45 centimetres, squeeze it, and then I'm going to let go. So that we now only have this top part of the balloon inflated, and this is all done. So now we're going to tie a knot in the bottom of this. So that will be our stem. When it comes to attaching the balloon, we just want to make sure this is not too tight so we can still do a little twist in it. We're going to cut off this bit of the balloon now so that it stays nice and neat. So there we have our little stem for our balloon. Now we're going to make our petals. I inflated the pink balloon about 3/4 of the way, and I have left this bit like that, which is about 7 or 8 fingers you can fit in that bit. I'm going to tie it. Now we've left all this space here so it gives us room to twist our balloon without it popping. So if you squeeze it, it's not going to be feeling tight. We're going to take this little knot of the balloon, hold on to your knot, and just bend your balloon over. And then we're going to twist the balloon. So you now have this upside down U shape. I'm still having hold of this knot, and I'm going to tie this knot in so that it cannot no longer come out. So I'm just going to twist it around the neck of the balloon, push it through the middle a few times, twist it again, and push it back through the middle. So now that should stay tight like that. So I'm now going to make another 4 petals. So we now take the balloon, We're going to try and keep them all to about this size. We're going to bend the balloon. Once we've got our U, we're going to twist it in. So now we have 2 of them. If you feel your balloon feels a bit tight, what you need to do is you need to squeeze it down, so you're squeezing the air into this part here. And what you'll feel is this bit now feels a lot less tight and a lot more flexible, so you can bend it. So I'm going to do it again for the other petals now. Squeeze it again. Every time you do a petal, squeeze the air down so you release the pressure. Twist it in, so I've got it there and I'm just going to twist it in. I now have 4 petals. If you feel like you want to stop now because your balloon is feeling too tight, then you can, but I'm going to go for another petal. I'm going to squeeze it down. I'm almost running out of room. And I might try one more petal for luck. So now I've got 6 petals all around. You're going to take the tip of the balloon, which this is really tight. You're going to pinch it so it's just the tiniest bit there at the end, and bite a small hole in it so you can release it. But before you release the balloon, you need to go back to the neck of this bit and hold this so the air does not travel past that. You only want to let out the air for this long piece here. So now I've bit my hole in the top. I'm going to hold this bit here at the neck so none of my petals deflate, and I'm going to let go. But I've still got it hold here. So now I've got hold of this part. I'm going to tie this in all around my petals so it locks in and no more air can escape. Just twist and turn wherever you feel like going. And then that's locked in all together. Now what we want to do is just shape it out to form a flower. So we're just going to twist these until we get them into the position that we like. Just like that. I'm now going to grab the green balloon, twist that knot at the top like I said. So to do that you just want to have your fingers pinched like this, pinch it a little bit and then just twist it. Still keep hold of your twist, and you're going to thread it through the petal like this. I'll show you from this angle. You're going to push it through. Don't be worried about it popping. If it does pop, you can just blow up another one. So that your green balloon now sits in the middle, and then you're just going to bend it. So balloons are really easy to mould. You just bend and rub a little bit for it to keep the shape. And there you have your balloon flower that Minnie's going to hold. So I'm going to go ahead and make the other one. I'll show you, but I'll just fast forward it. Flowers made, we need to attach them to Minnie. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the end of this balloon to tie our balloons together, just with a simple tie at the back of the balloons. So I'm going to show you from the back. So now I've taken over to Minnie's arms, because what we're going to do is we're going to put our flowers to the side and we are going to connect Minnie's arms together. Just make sure you pull it through enough so that they're even on each side, and then we're going to bring them round in a circle. And how we twisted the tops of the stems, we're going to do the same to either side of the arm, and then we're going to twist them into each other. So I'm going to twist this one through the circle, twist this one into a circle, and then I'm going to twist those 2 circles together. Now as you can see, Minnie's holding her own hands, and then I'm going to get the spare green balloon and I'm going to thread it through so it's like this, so it's just attached, and then I'm going to grab our flowers and we're just going to put the spare green tie between these ties so it connects them together. So once you finish attaching them, that is Minnie done. You can just give her a quick straighten out in regards to making sure the balloons are facing the right direction, and there you have your Minnie Mouse. So guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I didn't go too fast. You was able to keep up with me. If you're struggling on any bits of it, then do let me know in the comment box below and I'll be sure to help you. Like I said, I'm going to be making some more of these character columns, so if you do want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed this video, give me a big thumbs up, as I really appreciate you watching it, and I'd really love to have you all stick around. So I hope to see you next time, but until then guys, take care, bye.